Hi guys, today we're going to see how we can model out the Riverside Museum in Glasgow by Zahadid Architects. So let's get started. So if you look at this particular structure, we can see that it's got a front particular detail and the roof is detailed out as such. So we're going to see how we can do this as quick as possible with this easiest number of steps. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into our software, Rhino, and we're going to bring in a picture plane, and we're going to bring in the elevation, and we're going to put it in our front view. So we're going to just place it as this for now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to scale this. Okay, we have a scale present, so we're going to scale it to make sure that we get the right size. Actually, so we select this end, and then just type in 50 because of the scale. So now the first part of this is scale. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move this particular element such that this particular point in our front view is going to sit in the origin. So we're going to move it and the origin coordinates are 0, 0, 0. Press enter and now you can see that this is sitting on our origin. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we need to outline this particular form that is there on this structure, and for that we're going to be using a polyline. So now when we're coming down, I just need to make sure that it's staying at the same line as this. So I'm going to turn on Smart Track and I'm going to make sure that this particular line is highlighted so that when I try and draw a line, I make sure that it stays perfectly straight. Hold Shift so that it creates perfectly straight lines. Holding Shift basically turns on the ortho function, right? And then continue defining the shape. Okay, and now we have our curve defined here. Now the next thing that we need to do is to see that all these edges are sharp. We're just going to soften out the edges using fillet corner. So instead of using fillet corners, we are going to use this normal fillet. Okay, because if we use fillet corner, these edges at the bottom are also going to get filleted, and we don't need that. So we're just going to use a normal fillet, and we're going to keep a radius relatively small just to see how it works. 0.25 should be fine. Yes. Maybe we can increase it up to maybe 0.3. Fine. That seems fine. Just repeat the function all around. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our 4 viewport layout and we're going to bring in our plan of the roof structure. Again, we're just going to place it anyhow and then we have to scale it. So now we have this particular element scaled as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move our plan such that the edge of this particular plan sits at the same edge in our elevation. Okay, so you can see that we placed it accordingly. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to rotate this particular structure about the point that we just joined. And place it in line. Right, and now we have this particular edge defined. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to outline the path of the structure using a mix of interpolate curves and polylines or line segments. So wherever we have curves, I'm going to define it with these interpolate curves. Then after which we're going to define the other parts with a normal line segment. The reason why we're not seeing these lines right now is because this particular plan is at a height. So I can just bring this down. And you can see these lines that we have created. This is going to continue with that. So if you look at this particular curve, it's not exactly straight, so this is going to continue with our interpolate curve through and through and finish this edge out. So we have the outer curves complete. Now with our line segment tool, so you can finish it out. Now that we have the curves finished, we're just going to finish off the defining boundary with normal line segments. Just ensure that your lines that you create are not angled in any way in the elevation or right side view. So now that we have all our curves defined, we don't need the plan segments, we're just going to hide them. Now just make sure that all your curves are sitting properly. So this has to go to the outside curves, so we make that change. Make sure that these are joined as well. Fine. So now we have the profile also. Now all we need to use is our sweep function. Now looking at this image, we can see how we need this particular profile to kind of follow and get this final shape. So if we define the particular path that we need to follow with our curve tools. So we have these two profiles defined. Now what we need is we need that particular elevation profile that we have created to follow both these paths. So for that, what we're going to be using is we're going to be using our sweep tool. And in our sweep tool, we have two types. We have sweep 1 and we have sweep 2. And in this particular example, you can see that we have to follow two particular paths. So we have to follow this particular path and we need to follow this one as well. So this basically defines the two rails that we have to follow. This being the first rail and this being the second rail. So since we have two rails that needs to be followed, we're going to be using our sweep 2. So now we'll go back into our software. And now what you're going to do is we're going to type in sweep 2. I'm going to select first rail. So now you can see that these particular elements are not joined. So just before we do this function, we're going to select all of it and join them. Similarly with this as well. So I can see we have two single curves. So we're going to type in our sweep 2, select the first rail, select the second rail. Now it's asking for the cross section curve like this. And once you're done, you can press enter. Then the direction also is fine. And you can see that we have a particular shape. And some of the times when we use our sweep 2, you'll see that this maintain height option will not be turned on, which gives us this odd heights within our structure. Since we need a since we need the same height to be followed across the entire thing, we're going to be using our maintain height option as turned on, so that the height does not change. And if you look at it again, there might be small issues in terms of how it sits. So what we're going to do is to kind of just refine it a bit more. We're going to add slash in our particular profile. Slashes basically define points or an slashes basically define the points where we need the sweep function to end and start again so that we get a better defined profile. So I just did that twice and hit OK. And you can see that a particular profile has been created. Right, so now the only thing that we have left is this particular open curve. So if you see this in our particular viewports, you'll see that it is a planar curve. So in our surface creation tool, we can go to surface from planar curves and you can just directly close it. And we have this particular surface created. So once we have defined this particular curve and the root structure for this, the next thing that we're going to do is try and just close this off. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my curve and just bring it slightly forward, and I'm going to explode this. I'm going to just get rid of the curves that we don't need in this. More further up so that I avoid deleting anything which I don't want to. Right, so you can see we have these curves defined here. So now I'm just going to join the bottom points there and there. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to just select this first set and then create surface from planar curves. Similarly with this second one here, surface from planar curves. I'm going to take these two surfaces and then make them behind. We don't need these curves anymore. And we have the now if you want you can add materials by putting this, just select this into the next surface as well and then join them. Now this particular poly surface I'm going to put it into a new layer and I'm going to change the material of this metal. Stainless steel. You gotta keep it relatively rough. You don't need it to be too polished. Okay. Color sensitive light, so we can just change it again. Change the color for this, and we can make this into glass. And we have our ribbon done with the material also directly given. So that's how we can create the Riverside Museum, and we can get the shapes that we need out of it. So thank you for checking out this video. Check out our YouTube page to find similar videos with Rhino and also many other architecture softwares. And like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And I'll see you guys